Hi, welcome. I was asking, most of them are aware of this, the AI, that there is a speculations going on in our industry. The AI can replace our jobs. In the AI era, just simple question I was asking, will AI replace our jobs or not? Just based on it's completely your opinion. Say yes or no. It's a one word statement, okay? You'll get the answer very soon. So today many companies are not failing because of AI. They are failing because of bad data, right? The how it is possible. They are not failing because of AI, they are failing because of data, right? Now the question is, I was saying the bad data. Then who is responsible for providing the accurate data to AI? I was saying that they are not failing because of AI, but they are failing because of the data. Then who is responsible for providing the accurate data to AI? My answer is here, us. We are the one. We are the one, you and me, someone like us, the professionals, like the people who are all aware of the data. They are the people responsible for feeding the right data, the quality data to the AI to take the decision making. So, in many companies, the people provide the data to AI systems without fully understanding the data. Sometimes they don't know what the data really represents. They simply supply the data and expect, then everybody is expecting from the AI to give the accurate results to their business. But as I said earlier, most of the companies are failing because of the bad data, not because of the bad AI. AI can automate your job, but if you are giving the bad data to AI, then AI will give the all the nonsense answers to us. You might be experienced in your career as well as in daily life. While you are searching for some information, it is giving some unwanted information which is not even related to your ask, right? That's all because of someone like us not placed in that organization while feeding the data to the AI systems. That's a major problem here. So so how we will, let's say, like me or someone like, just they are feeding the data to AI, but how AI will know which data is correct and which data is not? Someone has to tell the AI this is right, this is wrong, right? Who is that first person again? That person is you and me, someone like us, the data professionals. We are the one, we will tell the AI to, this is the quality data, this is the bad data, this is the junk data, this is the unnecessary data. Okay, then how we will confirm that this is a bad data, this is the accurate data, this is a perfect data? What we must know, we first understand this some basic concepts, like what is a data first, what is a database, which technique I should use to validate the data, how do we generate the reports based on that quality data. If you understand all these concepts, then you can confidently say this is quality data that can be used for AI. Once AI receive clean, high quality data from you, it can make better decisions. Does that make sense for us? This is exactly what is this course about. Now I hope you understand where you are today, why you joined this session, how your role will be powerful in the next upcoming years, and what is your importance in companies, especially in the IT industries. As If you are not there, as I said, that companies will fail. The companies, most of them are, that speculation is going in the market, the AI can replace our job, but not your job. There's something else. Your job is in the safe hand. If you are not there in the any organization, nobody can tell the AI this is right, this is wrong. Then everything, they will ruin their business with AIs. Okay? As we moving forward, we will learn all these concepts. As I said, that what is data, database, which technique I have to use, and how I can generate a report, and all these things we will learn. We will learn it in the fun.
Vijay, are you moving on other
No,
screens?
no,
We are seeing the
no.
AI or job screen.
Right, right, right. We are at that place only.
Okay, okay.
Okay. So as I said that, so moving forward, what we will learn is we will learn all this concept in the fun and the real world examples only. Okay. Let's move on to this. Before we move on to, before we are learning this, what is data and database and all, let me talk about today's agenda, what exactly we are going to cover here. Understanding the databases with a real-time example in the simple way. Why SQL is important and what is SQL in 2026. And then we will understand some core SQL commands, popular ones, frequently used core commands. And then there is an interesting concept here. We have Windows functions. What is this Windows functions? Why I have introduced this Windows function all about here? That in Windows functions, it's basically very essential. Whenever you join any interview, if you are giving any interview, in the any interview, at least you can expect one single questions out of this Windows function actually. So most of the I've seen the people this they are by hearting this Windows functions, they are memorizing this Windows function, they are answering the questions. I will show you one example with a real-time example how easy it is to remember. You don't need to memorize anything. Just cakewalk. You will just answer the questions. And then finally, at the end of the session, I will leave this floor for you. If you have any questions related to our today's topic, or if you have any stack related questions, just feel free to ask. We can discuss together. Let's move on to the first. What is the data? First, understand what is the data first. My simple answer for data is, you can say that data is a collection of objects or the information about objects. That's it. Nothing much. Any object, given object like phone, laptop, person, car, each object, it has its features, right? Those features, we can say that it's a data. As simple as that. Nothing to by heart here. Whatever you have it within your hand, and everything is a data. Okay. So now let's move on to what is the database then? Why do we need database? What is the database? Let's understand. If you look at my screen, there is a brick. It's a Lego brick, right? We know that, like, and if I ask someone to derive, what is this brick all about? Someone can tell easily, it has almost 8 knobs and it looks like pink and it is like, different shape or something can easily we can describe about it. What if I add two more bricks like this? It's, it's a dark pink and the blue, or it has a 4 knobs, and there are two Lego bricks over there. And simply you can say that, right? Okay, what if I add a few more into that? Now, if I ask you to, can you tell me that number of blues and whites and red and yellow or whatever it is? That's each color. If I ask you to divide, it's quite difficult, isn't it? It's a bit difficult for us to say that which one you are using, what we are using, which technique I have to use to count. It's a manual process, a tedious process to understand each color and all, right? Okay, fine. Even further, I added something like this. As a more Lego bricks I have added here. If I ask you to count how many yellow are there, how many greens are there, how many knobs it has, if I ask you to do that, it is possible. I'm not saying it is not possible, it is possible, but it's a tedious process, right? It takes a lot of time for you to divide by color and understand how many Lego bricks it has, right? Okay, what if this all these bricks, what if I arrange it in containers, like whites into white container and yellows into yellow container? So different containers. If I arrange those Lego bricks into the different container, it's quite easy for me, right, to say, hey, blue bricks, and directly we will go to the blue bricks container. Just we'll start counting it and we will give the answer very quickly. It's a better than previous, right? Now it is everything is in organized way. Organized way you are arranging into the containers. Make sense? This is what it is we are going to learn. So now can I say that if the same way, can I say that this is a technical terminology? Let me show you this one definition here. Database, can I say that digitally, like technically, we have organized all the data into the containers, right? The similar way here, I can say that in the technical terminology, the data is organized digital systems in the systematic way to manage data efficiently, which means, and data is we have organized in the tables and rows and columns. Don't worry about what is table and rows and columns, just forget about it now. Just I'm saying a simple terminology, we are keeping the data into the organized way, then very easy for us to, somebody asks a question, easily you can go ahead and I will count this blues and I will put this one blues into pink into blue, and those things are very easy for us. That's what all about the data here. If you look at that example, if you remember the previous example, see, I have all the containers, right? The base of I'm placing all the containers, we call it as a database. That's all. You're organizing all the bricks into the container. Those containers placed in the surface, that surface we call it as a database. That's all. The containers, each container you can say it's a table. For now, just simple understanding. Each container we can say the table. Inside the container, whatever you have it. Inside a container, the blue bricks, red bricks, yellow bricks, and all these things, right? We can say that information. Tables, information. Information is rows. That's it. The columns and rows. Nothing else. That's all. So this is what the database in technical. I hope you understand that what is the database is. So what are the types of databases we have? There are two different types of databases in IT. In so in traditional databases and modern. What is this traditional databases? What is modern? Modern traditional databases are pretty much in one line statement, as we have seen that it's a structured way, right? The structured data, if you're dealing, that's a traditional relational databases. Each one, it has a relational. I will talk about bit more about the what is that relational and all. And the modern one is something that it's not a structured one. It's an unstructured one. Disconnected data, unstructured data. But our focus is our agenda, our focus, whatever we are going to learn in the upcoming days, that's a pretty much traditional relational database only. That's what our focus. Okay. Now, why database is important? As we know that we discovered the why database is important. The database is important to make efficient way to store the data and take the right decision at the right time very quickly, efficiently. And also we are avoiding all the unwanted things and all those kind of things. This is what it is, database, right? Let's move on to the next. Just take an example of this one again. Okay, let's say you asked your friend, hey, can you bring green Lego bricks and add those Lego bricks into the reds? If you ask somebody like your friend, so how you are giving the instruction to your friend? Can you bring greens and add those into the red bricks containers? We are using one medium. What medium we are using? Communication, right? That communication, how you are using the medium is English medium. The English is the language, that medium we are using, and we are communicating to our friend, and we are asking him to, hey, bring that greens and add those greens into the red. And you're asking your friend, hey, can you count the number of yellow bricks? Again, you're using the medium. What is that medium? See, here I'm using English medium, and someone can use any of their regional languages also, but someone has to speak out, right? Then only they will understand. Someone, either they should write or they should speak, then it has to be like communicate to them, then only they will understand what needs to be done on this particular task. Task should assign to the people, right? So the similar way in the technology wise, in the databases, database should know that, should have the, to talk to the database. He's a human being. That's why that he will understand the English or regional language, any one of the language he will understand. You're speaking with him, and he will understand your query, and he's performing the task. In the databases, it has a separate language called structured query language. It's not a programming. Again, I'm telling, it's not a programming. It's not a program. It's a medium of communication. Like, you're communicating to the database, you need a one language. That language we call it as the structured query language. This language is, many of them I've seen people, many of them, they thinks that it is very difficult. It's a tedious, to understand that coding, and it is only meant for the experienced folks. No, but the truth is, it's very, very easy. For me, I can say that it's easiest way to, you can remember. And also, this language is very powerful skill even in 2026. In the first example, before we start this session, right, I showed you like one of the example that how crucial that data is, right? To the AI also. That to talk to the data, what you need a language. What is that language? This is the language. Structured query language. If you don't know the language, then how you can talk to the person? If you are in somewhere in the Mars, if you're communicating to the some X person, if you don't know the language, which language they understand, and it is very difficult, isn't it? The similar way here, this is what the structured query language. Now, the types of basic commands, I see, as I said, that SQL is not a programming language at all. It's a powerful tool. It's a query language. It's a language. It's not at all a programming. But it is very powerful in managing with your structure data. Types of SQL commands. We will understand these types of SQL commands, don't worry. Here they are saying DDLs and DQLs and DMLs. There are few more are there. These popular ones I took here. DCLs are there, TCLs are there, transaction controls, and a DCL also we have. Just I'm not talking about all these things. Now we will try to understand this basic, mainly for mostly used, I can say, mostly used commands. What is this DDL? What is this DQL? What is this DML? We'll try to understand. Okay, in bachelor days. In fact, okay, you consider me. Even I got married. Even you can consider me. I'm one of the bachelor for you. Okay, just add me in your group. Let's in a bachelor days. Let's imagine we are preparing for. We are preparing a kitchen for preparing a one curry, any curry, like the vegetable or chicken, whatever which you like. What do you need first? You have to prepare utensils, and also you should bring the ingredients from the market. You can, you have to prepare all the base for preparing the curry, right? And then you will chop it and you will alter based on your requirement. You will bring the potato from the market, and directly you will not add that potato into your curry preparation, right? Just what you will do, you will peel it and you will chop it nicely, and then based on your requirement you will alter, and then you will add that one into your curry, right? Then let's imagine that, like, you prepared everything, the base is ready and everything, you chopped it and everything is done and the preparation is done. Now the time for taste. If you ask your curry is ready, then you will ask somebody to, hey, go ahead and can you taste one spoon of this curry, how it is, like, so the someone will taste that curry. He will say that, this curry is nice. Someone will say that the salt is less. Someone will say, hey, this more salty it has. And someone will say spicy. And different feedbacks you may get it. Based on their feedback, what you do, you may add salt, you may extract the salt. If you add the lemon, the salt will reduce little, right? You will you may add the spices, you may add some you will pour some water inside the curry to reduce the spice, and a couple of things you will do it, right? How you're preparing the curry, the similar way here, you play with the data, you need all these things, all these steps you should follow here. If you look at DDL, data definition language, forget about the drop, the create alter. First, the base should be prepared. You have to bring the ingredients and then chop it. That is what it is, a create and alter based on your requirement. Just hold on for drop. And then if you are asking somebody, and definitely they should take the spoon of your dish, and then they will taste it, and then they will give you the feedback. That is what the select. If you have a millions of records in the table, and if you need to you want to test it, like, whether that records are there in the table, what you will do, you will select only a top 10 or something like that. You will say that records are there. You are not going through the all millions of record to you will read, right? Just simply you will select. Similar way that how the people are tasting the curry, like that you will in the technology also same way you will select it. But insert, update, deletes, these are all something that, like, after the feedback, how you are adding the spices, how you are extracting adding the more water and adding the salt and removing the salt, all these things, how it is happening. Similarly here also, inserts, updates, deletes will happen on the tables in the technology as well. But what is this drop all about? The drop is something that is destroying. Even after you spent a lot of time, you put a lot of effort of preparing the curry, but the curry is whatever you're expecting, that based on the expectation the outcome is not there. Then what you have to do, you want to destroy it. That's what they drop. You can just simply, you will throw that curry in the dustbin trash, right? The similar way here, drop also it works. If you play with the drop, it will destroy everything, your table and everything. These things practically we will look into it in the upcoming classes. I will show you once that our SQL installation, SQL installation, the server installation, everything is ready. I will show you how we can step by step, like how we prepared a curry, like that step by step. We will learn all these commands also. It's very easy. You don't need to uh, remember, you don't need to memorize all these things. I will show you that how, what is the techniques to uh, remember these commands. Now, what are the basic, as I said, that most popular ones, right? Most frequently used SQL commands, I can say that most frequently in any industry you go, like, if somebody is dealing with the data, that definitely 90% of people they will use the select. Without select, there is no SQL, like, they will query the data. Most of the 90% people, 90% they will use, 99% I can say that they people will use the select statement, where clauses and order by, group by, the many of them they will use these commands. 90% in the SQL world. Now, next, move on to the next. Let's take an example of this one as well. Okay, I have, as I said that in earlier, and we have everything is in the structured way, then we know that we are using a, in the technology we are using SQL is the language to communicate with the database, and outside the human being they're using their own preferences to talk to the uh, other person, the each other they're discussing with the other language. Now the same example, just I want to count the number of in the technology, I want to count the number of blues and reds and pink. Then what I need a communication, right, to talk to the database. What communication? Just look at here, that select how it works. If I say to your friend, select all white bricks from the container, what he will do, he will directly jump onto the white bricks and he will count the all the whites, and then he will give you the answer. As I said, that database need special language, that is SQL. In the how it becomes, how it turned in the SQL, the same statement, the English statement, how it turns into the SQL query. Just look at here. Select star. If you look at on the top, select all white bricks. Here, if you look at here, select star from white container. So here what you have, one second, let me close this one. Okay. Now, if you look at here, select all. All is nothing but a star in the technology language, but in English it is all only. All equal, a star equal to all columns only. But you don't worry about the columns and all. As I said that rows, columns, tables, they forgot for some time. Just try to understand the concept here. All nothing but a star. From where I am asking to your friend, white bricks. Just I'm asking, select all the white bricks from the container. We know that which container it is, white container. That we are referring to white container. Select star from the white container so that he will get all the container, whatever the white container, it has the number of records, this will display. Select is nothing but a choose a data, and from means where exactly we are trying to bring the data. That's it. One second, guys. Sorry, guys, just something hanged. Okay. So now next, move on to the next command. The mostly used one of the command is where condition. Where exactly we use this one? Let's say that guy selected all the bricks from the white container. If someone asked a specific condition, someone asked a specific condition, hey, I just select the white container which it has 4 knobs, only 4 knobs, it has the 4 knobs, can you bring those specific ones? It's a where condition, right? First you have to go to the white container, select all the white containers, just you have to extract these specific ones, the which has a 4 knobs, that you have to separate those 4 knobs Lego bricks from the whole as a bunch, right? So that how you can do this one. See, this is what the English statement, the same statement, if you turn it into the SQL, very, very simple. See, you know that select is a choosing. Which one? Select is select only. In English is select, here also select. The star is nothing but is a all from the white container. Then there is a special condition. What you have here, you have a 4 knobs. Knob equal to 4. The way knob equal to 4. That's all. The same English statement is turned into the SQL language, SQL language. You understand? I hope it is clear for you, right? The where is used to filter the data. That's all. Now, next one. The move on. There is another type of this one. This requirement he has. Hey, good that you selected all the white containers. Good that you have all 4 knobs, white breaks. That can you do one thing based on the size of those white breaks? Can you arrange it in a order, small to big? Just I want to see that those bricks into the small to big, then that will looks good for me. And if someone asks you to do that, how you can do that? This is what it is to say order by. It's the easiest way to, like, in the SQL statement, how it turns into the order by. Just look at here. Okay, don't try to understand, like, jargons of all this, like, history of all these commands and all this thing. And practical, I will show you each one of this one, how basically this will behaves, and where exactly we can use this in the real time also. With a real time example, I will explain you each one of this one. Just now we are understanding the basic core terminology. That's all. This is nothing else. Just we are understanding the terminology with whatever we know the English language, with the help of that English language, the prerequisite. And I'm understanding the one of the new language, that new language to talk to the database. I'm understanding the SQL language. That language I'm understanding here. In English terminology, let's imagine English terminology. Before, initially what we will learn ABCD alphabets. Then after that we will try to learn words, and we'll try to learn the sentences. And to write the sentences, what we will learn the grammar. And based on the grammar we will write the sentences. Then we will start the paragraphs. Same, the same pattern is same here also. There is nothing changed here. That how you learned the basic English, the similar way here also we will learn the basic SQL with the advanced concepts. Same, quite the same. I will correlate everything with English language and with the real time examples, and I will show you where exactly it is used in the real time in the projects as well with the data. Okay, now next move on. Just now see here, simply the order by, he said size. Based on the size, ASC, ascending. ASC means nothing that ascending or descending. Don't worry, as I said that don't worry. Ascending is something that is small to big, it will come. Descending means big to small, it will come in the terminology. That I will show you later. Now next, move on to the next. Types of SQL comments. Then one more type. What do you have? Group by. What is this group by? Just imagine on top of that one, the group by is something that, hey, someone wants to mix all these bricks, whatever you have, blues, reds, whites, and all this. He will pour it in the one big container. The big container has all the colors. Just what he wants to do is, just he wants to understand how many types of colors in the big container it has. How many types of colors? He's not concerned about, like, how many knobs it has, each one it has. How many types of colors count. I have a blues, how many are there? Reds, how many are there? And like this, and so on. Like, how many colors I have, each color how many bricks in a big container. This is what they ask from the user to you. Like, how you will say, group the bricks by color, all whites bricks together, and all blues. See, all based on the color, one by one, just you will group it, and then you have to count it. How this will convert into the SQL? Just imagine what you need. Your earlier, our requirement is very simple. Bring all the white bricks from the white container. All means what is that? Star. That's all. But here the specific requirement, he is talking about the specifically the color and associated count. How many counts you have for this each color? That is what he wants to do. Just simply you will add the group by color. That's all. Simply you will get the color blue, comma, just blue, comma, how many counts you have, you will get it. Red, how many counts you have, that how many reds you have, you will get the count number. That's it. Okay. But if you notice one thing here, in the group by, there is a problem here. It's not a problem. There is a purpose of group by. The group by is basically, this will not repeat the same statement again and again. It will reduce the number of colors into one. Like, let's say if you have more blues, I won't say that blue color bricks I have 4 knobs 10. Blue color I have a 10 knobs 20. I won't say like that. I will reduce the count of the bricks, whatever you have it in the big container. I will say that blue 200, red 300, which means you are completely compressing the complete the count of the compressing the complete the blue color count. You are not specifically looking into that each feature of that blue color bricks. Your intention is very simple. Okay, the group by is, that is what it is. Let's say one example, just forget about this one example. I will take an example of students. Okay, and the student example, what you can say, hey, I want to, what is the problem of the group by I'm saying. Okay, let's move on to the next slide. We will understand with the example then. Okay, why I introduced this one, what is the problem with the group by, we will talk about it. Let's imagine I have a students list of students. Just if I ask somebody to, can you rank these students, A grade students? If I ask people to, just can you grade A grade students, how many are there? Just what it does actually, the group by, as I said, that it will group all the members, A grade students and 120. That's all. But what I need, A grade first student 1, second A grade student 2, third A grade student 3, 4 A grade student 5. I don't want to reduce the number of rows. Rather, just I need that A grade students ranking wise. That is not possible with the group by. That can be achieved. This kind of scenarios can be achieved with the help of the window functions. Now, don't worry about this, what is window function and all these things. Just will try to, I will show you that, as I said that in the beginning, the frequently asked, you can expect one single question from the window functions. Someone, you might heard about from the people, like, someone might have asked you, hey, can you tell me top salaried people in the company? Can you tell me whose salary is greater than their manager? Can you tell me top rated people in uh, the company? Can you tell me, as I said, that the student example, can you rate the students who has highest marks in the school, right? So those kind of scenarios we can achieve by using the windows. You can solve those kind of problem statements with the help of window functions. Let me show you, let me take you one example here, the student table only. This is the table. If you look at this, roll number you have, name you have, class you have, marks you have. Just what I want to do is, just I want to rank it. Okay, the class based on the, irrespective of the class, just what I want is based on the complete as a whole. This is a table for the one school. Just now I want to rank it. Okay, the rank the people, the Ravi, which if you look at this small data set, if easily you can say that 95 is top, Meena is has first rank. And if you look at the Ravi and John, they have 90. How you are going to give the ranking for these two? It should be 2, right? It should be 2. That if you look at this one magic here, the window functions, we have a different window functions. Just I'm introducing one of them. Among those, I will introduce one of them. but even it has a problem. But where exactly we will use this window function, especially the one which I'm introducing in the real time, I will show you. And there are a couple more we have. The one which I'm using now, I'm referring to row number. Let's say it's a pseudo column, we can say that in the SQL terminology. But one of these, the window functions, you can say it's a default functions. There are a couple more rank, dense rank. They have a different window functions. Then which one we will use and in which place in the real time use cases, that I will show you practically with the data. In the row function, basically, as you know that in the previous the table, you need all, right? Select roll number you need, name you want, class you want, you can marks also you need. If you don't want this class name or roll number, you can ignore it. But the thing is that based on your requirement, I would like to know that the what is the roll number of the student, name of the student, which class he belonged to, and what is the marks he got, what is the rank of that student. This is what I need. I'm expecting this one. The solution is here. This is what the solution directly. But how I can remember what is this row number over and partition by class order by, and this is what the people generally they used to memorize. As I said that earlier in the beginning, the people they will by heart this statement like this. But let me do one thing. I will take you to the. Will copy this one. It's very simple. I will put it here. This is simplest statement here. If you look at here, that's fine. Okay. I hope you're able to see the screen, right? Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Yeah. So now I have selected number of columns here. Then row number, I said it's a function. It's a kind of one of the function which has in the SQL it has is by default. And what is this over by? This is something that like first you understand this part. Then let me talk about this one. This part. Okay. So you know that then I asked for the ranking in a school. In a school you have a different classes, right? In a school we will be having a different classes. What I asked, based on the class, I need a ranking of each person, right? Now in a school, first what I have to do is I have to divide by the class. As a school is the root component, inside the root component just I want to divide each one into the partition, like in the school in the building, how they will make it, they will make a rooms, and each room it has a one single class. That is what it is, partition by. Partition by is something that just you are just partitioning the one whole component into the pieces. Just we are making it as the pieces based on the class. Then what I need the I entered into the class. Now I chosen one class. Let's say A is the class. I chosen A class. In the A class I have a number of 100 students in that A class. Now I asked that 100 student to stand in a queue. Based on your marks, whatever you got the marks, just please stand in a queue based on the high to low. That people will they start following the queue and they will stand in a queue. And then easily you can say that the first person is the biggest marks. He got the biggest mark. The similar concept here also. I shown you something like ascending and descending in the select statement, right? This is the one of the technique, the big to small. I'm using by marks. First I entered in a school. I entered into the one single class. In the class, I what I did, I short out the people, the class students with the big marks to small marks. That's all. This is the one statement. If you remember, that's enough. No need to do anything. Just rest of the things are very easy. See, now the what I have done here, this is the function I need to give the ranking, right? One of the window function I need to give the ranking to the people. This row number is the one of the function. What is this over? Over is nothing but it's defining the window. You have to tell that, like, you're talking to the what is the context you are trying to resolve. The context, the window means what is the context you are trying to resolve. You should tell to this guy, then this guy will give you the 1 2 3 4 5 like that. This guy will give you the ranks. Our intent, our question is very clear, right? I would like to find the ranking people, right? That I want to give the rank to the students. That this guy will take care of that one, but I have to tell them which class he should choose and which student he should choose. That we should tell based on the which, what is the pattern you are following through, that one you have to tell to this guy. Then this guy will tell you. This is the main core of this logic. That's all. What is this one? This is the alias and naming. If you are not giving this one also, something will come there. This is not mandatory. If even if you don't give this one also, you will get something. No column name or something, you will get it, but you will get the ranking. There's nothing wrong. This is not mandatory. This especially this one is nothing mandatory. But for the understanding, I'm using this one. This is the alias that I will show you in the real time. You don't worry. For now, I'm telling this is not mandatory. It's an optional thing. The better to have it. It's a best practice to have this one so that people will understand that what is this column all about. What is this? This is not there in the table. If you observe in our previous data set. Now we are deriving this column based on our class and student marks. Okay, which table it is? Student table. Let me go back to the our window. See here, over by is you are defining something. The partition by the separating rank for the based on the students, and order by this one. So what is happening next? Just let me show you one problem here. Okay, this is what the final result after that query. If you execute that query on top of the student table, this is what the actual results you will get it here. Row number 1 2 3 1 2. Is that correct? It looks good, right? Or wrong? Anything is missing here? I think if you look at the second row, there is something is missing out here. John also supposed to be, it should be 1. Then why he has 2? He's supposed to be part of Ravi's group, but here, see, that is what, like, there is a problem with the row number as well here. This guy is giving a row numbers 1 2 3 4 5 like that, based on the descending and ascending, based on the class. Based on the class, he is assigning the ranks. But the problem is here, he should assign 1 to John, this Sita as issued 2. But here it's a wrong projection here. The expectation is something, but it is the result is something else. Then when we will use this row number, then what is the best way to solve this problem? Which window function I should apply to get this right ranking? That is what we are going to learn. So not everywhere we can use, not everywhere we can use in the real time. The row number is the window function. I have this guy will give the 1 2 3, but it is not, it will not applicable for all the scenarios. This is applicable for the specific scenarios. Okay, we'll look into this. We'll see this problem. We will solve this problem in the practically in with the data. I will show you how we can resolve this one. Then how we can make it correct this one. I'm expecting 1 1 2 1 2. That is what my expectation. Now something is messed up here.